Well, All Hallows Faire 2023 is coming up this weekend, the weekend of October 28th and 29th at the Calaveras County Fairgrounds. Saturday, the gates will be open from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. And on Sunday, they'll be open from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. The weekend of fun will include craft vendors, lots of great food. There's going to be a wine tasting there, live music, and other forms of entertainment. And part of the other forms of entertainment is my guest today, Kevin Axtell. Kevin, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Jason. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to talk about All Hallows. And as far as my involvement goes, very excited to talk about the big fire show on Saturday night. It leads up to the burning of the Harvest Man, which is a very special yearly tradition at All Hallows. The giant 20-foot tall Harvest Man with a big pumpkin head is sort of the grand finale, if you will, of the show. So excited.
I love it. I got to tell you, that was the talk of the newsroom too, was that the people covering it were, okay, what day is the burning? When's the fire going to happen? That's what everybody wants to see.
It's special. You know, I've lived up here a long time. I'm based in Sonora, but I actually went to Bret Harte.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
I'm a Calaveras kid.
That's right. That's right. And so as far as things that happen up here, it's one of the really unique and special occasions that we have.
Yeah. I saw online that I believe they said that this was the 15th annual that they've done.
That's correct. 15 years of All Hallows. And I believe it began in Sonora, but now it's...
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
In the Calaveras Fairgrounds. More parking, more room to spread out. It's just nicer.
Gotcha. And it sounds like you've done this event before.
Yeah, pretty much every year.
Is that right? Oh, wow.
Usually in the evening fire ceremony and the show, but I've also helped in other ways with them as well.
So besides the big fire on Saturday, is that that's what you're doing, or are you going to be doing other stuff at
that's my big involvement this year and most years. I'm the leader of a local troupe that we call the Phoenix Fire Family, and it encompasses people from Calaveras, people from Sonora, Tuolumne, Angels, Murphys, and not everyone realizes that we have a lot of juggling and fire arts talent in our community.
That's pretty amazing.
We're impressive even for a big city, but we're up here. We have an amazing group, 12 strong, of very talented fire eaters, fire breathers, fire dancers, fire jugglers. And so a few times a year, we all get to come together and put on a big show. And this Saturday is one of those special occasions. Saturday, October 28th, the grand finale of Saturday evening, we will be putting on what I would consider to be the best fire show on the West Coast of the country.
Wow.
We have so many props. It is theatrical, it's exciting, it's unique. And a lot of people have seen a fire show with one or two people.
Right.
There's 12 of us.
That's impressive. And just that number alone is impressive.
It really is. And we are going all out on this. We're bringing everything we got, and it's going to be a spectacle worth beholding.
That's amazing. And folks could probably expect that to happen somewhere closer to the end of the event on Saturday then?
Yeah.
That's the big grand finale of the...
wraps up around 8:30. I'm just guessing. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but we usually start somewhere between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Gotcha.
And that takes us on through the closing of the event. Again, big fire show. And then at the end of the fire show, we light the Harvest Man, and everyone hangs around and enjoys the scene, the ambiance. Again, very unique, very special thing that happens.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. And I'm curious, how did you get into this unconventional form of entertainment in the first place?
That's a great question. At Bret Harte High School,
right,
I learned to juggle, and it became a hobby of mine. I wasn't doing it professionally, but I was really into it. It was my favorite hobby. Right. And so I started to go to juggling conventions, juggling festivals, juggling events. And every evening at a juggling convention, they juggle fire outside.
Okay.
And so my juggling hobby led me to these events where then in the evening we started to do the fire juggling, and that really excited me and interested me. And so this hobby of juggling led me into a whole world of not just fire juggling, but fire spinning, fire eating, fire breathing. I even got into fire walking, all because of that initial hobby that I learned right there at Bret Harte.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. So now if there's somebody out there right now that they're a Calaveras kid too, or even a Calaveras adult, that they've always kind of felt a draw that they want to be in this kind of unconventional form of entertainment like you are. Maybe they don't want to be an actor or a comedian or a musician, but they feel this draw to entertain. And maybe they have a particular skill. Maybe it's not juggling, maybe it's something else.
Sure.
Do you have any advice for somebody that might be from this small area? Like I went to Calaveras High, so
nice.
I mean, I also grew up in this small area, so I know all too well what it's like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. I do have some advice. The first piece of advice is go to All Hallows, because on Saturday night, we're all going to be there. It's a great chance to come down and meet everyone in the local community that's interested in those kind of things. We're a very friendly group. We have meetups and hangouts. So a great way to just dive on in would be to come and meet us. But you can also connect with me, and I am happy to, guide and direct and connect people with the folks who do that in our community. You can reach me at, the best place is probably KevinAxtell.com, KevinAxtell.com. And there I have a link tree. It's got my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, website, email, and just reach out to me. Say, hey, I'm interested in fire or juggling or any of this stuff. And I'll connect you real quick, because on the surface, it doesn't seem like it. We're a small mountain town, but actually we have a very healthy, thriving circus and fire arts community in our own little town.
Wow.
And I've traveled around not just the country, but the world. We have a world-class group of folks right here at home. And all they got to do is reach out to me, and I will connect you with them.
That's amazing. I love it. Thank you for that. That's like I say, being a kid growing up in the area myself, it's not always easy you may have the interest, but it's not always easy to find that path.
That's a fact. I might as well give a shout out to Erin Stevens out of Murphy's, who is the one who taught me how to juggle, set me on this whole path. And now she is a world-traveled performing all-star juggler. I think right now she's in Burkina Faso, Africa.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Chile next week. And she's always on the top 20 list of jugglers around the world, right out of Murphy's.
Wow. No kidding. Who'd have thunk it? Huh?
I know, right?
Right. Wow. That's amazing. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for allowing folks to reach out to you if they're interested in getting into this sort of thing.
I can help anyone interested in this stuff connect with people, connect with resources. I live and love this stuff, and I'm always really happy to share it, especially with locals. So I appreciate the opportunity to come talk about it, Jason. And if I just may one more time, come out to All Hallows. We have a few annual events up here. This one's special. It's unique. It's exciting. It's interesting. It's fun. And it's special. That night, this Saturday night at the Calaveras County Fairgrounds is something on a national scale, which is unique and special and fun and worth checking out.
Very cool. Right here in Calaveras County, even.
That's right.
I love it. Very great. Great. Thank you so much for joining us. If you could, please, folks, click subscribe, and don't forget to click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff, and we'll see you next time. Thank you again, Kevin, very, very much. I really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure, and we'll see you all there.
Even better.
Love it. All right. Well, hey, be happy to, check in with you some other time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely going to take you up on that.
Yeah, all right. We have a New Year's Eve firewalk in Sonora. It's actually not New Year's. It's called a New Year's firewalk. It's January 6th.
Yeah.
I'd love to hop on sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And I noticed I did a little looking into you. I noticed on your website that seems to be like your main thing is the fire walk, right?
Yes, yes. The firewalk is my number one income source, and I
Mm-hmm.
get to travel all over. Not a lot of people know that the father and mother of Western firewalking are from Sonora.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, firewalking's been around for thousands of years, but it
Right.
was never like a public thing. It was always reserved for special groups and
Right.
ceremonies and all that. And so Tolly Burkan and Peggy Dillon
Hmm.
out of Sonora were the ones who really started the first public firewalking seminars in the world. And in a
Wow.
very real way, the Mother Lode is the heart of modern firewalking. And there are people all over the world that all trace their lineage back to Sonora. So it makes for
Wow.
a great discussion topic for the local newspaper.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go down that path for sure.
Cool. Well, hit me up
We'll use this
anytime.
as a little teaser. I'll put this in the end there, and we'll
I love
tease
it.
folks for the upcoming episode.
Yeah, January 6th, public firewalk. Start the new year off right.
That's pretty cool. My birthday is January 7th too. So
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
nice.